It's very fickle. I think it's a great tool, but you never know. Like I could be live right now. It'll eventually tell me. All right, I think we're live. Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert with the Ted Show, the home team of Freedom Mortgage. Super excited to have Michael Sclafani on the show today. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good. How we doing?
We're good. So we're both going to look down at our phones and make sure we share the show. We want to make sure it's actually live. This is what a producer would do. I keep saying I need help. I mean, I need help in a lot of ways, Mike, but I certainly need help when it comes to producing a show because somebody else could have my phone and could be handling this, and God, leaving it up to me, whew, that's always a scary thought. All right, so we are live, my friend. So welcome. You are in the great state of New York right now, correct? Are you in what part? Are you in New Jersey?
Yeah,
okay, Jersey. I was born in Bergen County.
Okay, yeah, I'm in Monmouth County.
Okay, see, I got Bergen. So, sorry about that, Joe. Joe's gonna give me a hard time because I didn't know you were in New Jersey. All right, so tell us that people love origin story. They want to know about you. You're obviously in a gym, which is a foreign place to me, so I can't wait to hear more about that. But tell them a little bit about you and your story.
Sure. So so I guess I'll tell you how I got into boxing and real estate. I have the unfortunate or fortunate background that I was at Lehman Brothers during the financial collapse in 2008. And I was briefly laid off from Barclays Capital, who took over Lehman, rehired back by Lehman to work on a year-to-year basis because they were just unwinding the firm. So I was in the last crisis about 10, 11 years ago. And I had to figure out my next steps. So the first thing I did was get my real estate license back in about 2009 or 10. So I got my license right away, you know.
But that was an interesting time to decide to go from one part of the crisis to the other, right?
Yeah, it was just one of those things. You know, I went to school for finance. You know, it was just so ingrained in my head. If go to school for business, you know, you'll be okay. No matter, everyone always says, no matter what, you know, go to school for business, you could do something. So I said, okay, and I got a job with one of the biggest banks in the world, figuring, you know, I was in good shape. And then 4 years later, it goes bankrupt.
Wow.
Yeah, so I said, you know what, I should probably have a backup plan that's a little more reliant on me. You know, and then
because that means you had, then I think a lot of people don't understand, even though it can be really heart-wrenching being your own boss, your own independent contractor, you're still driving the ship.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're not dependent. You might be dependent on the market, or you might be dependent on what's going on, but you're not. You're still driving it. Nobody's telling you how to do it or to build your business. So what did you do different after learning that in the real estate world coming from Lehman's?
Yeah, so I mean, specifically with real estate, you know, up until this point, it's always been, you know, my own boss, I'm my own boss, you know, and you're running literally as hard as you work is how well you do. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, that changes, you know, maybe 3 weeks ago, because now I'm seeing people don't want to list their homes yet because they don't want buyers in their homes, you know, because they don't know where they've been. Buyers don't want to go look at homes because they don't know where the sellers have been. And all of a sudden now we're back, you know, back to that, you're at the liberty of the world again.
You are.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing creative? And we'll get to the kickboxing.
Yeah.
What are you doing creative on the real estate side to stay on top of that? Are you doing virtual? Have you created virtual tours? Are you refocusing your marketing? Like, what are you doing to keep the momentum going?
Yeah, so for the listings I have, I've been kind of just holding on to them for now, but preparing to get them to list. I've been doing a lot of video work with all the professional photography we had taken before, you know, everything went to crap here. So, you know, so I've been taking the professional photography, making nice videos out of them. So, you know, if this does really go on for an extended period and continue to affect real estate, at least I'm ready to go. You know, as far as my marketing goes, you know, I have to move on to the video tours. I've seen a lot of agents doing that already. They're still listing, but again, nobody wants to go in these homes. So the video tours are kind of taking on a life of their own now.
So you've got one business that you're working on, trying to figure out how to maneuver through. And now you have an entirely different business. So talk about how kickboxing came into your life and your kickboxing company.
Absolutely. So I was still working for the Lehman Brothers bankruptcy when I was about to get married, actually. And I joined a kickboxing gym, CKO Kickboxing. I was living in Hoboken, a little more up north by where you from. Yeah. So I lost about, I would say about 35 to 40 pounds as a member of CKO up in Hoboken. And again, being in the mindset of this Lehman gig might end any second or any day now, I need to, do something else. I started looking into the franchising of a location in Monmouth County. And then from there, we opened a location in Freehold and Wall and then Tom's River.
So what was the attraction to kickboxing over regular boxing? I'm not a gym rat, so you're going to have to dumb it down for me.
Well, so neither am I. So, which is nice is that I was never, a gym person. I would go to the gym, walk around, see who I knew, talk for 25 minutes, gravitate to a treadmill, maybe do that for 15 minutes, take another lap, see who was there. And I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. And I didn't even break a sweat. So at the class, these are all classes, so there's no contact. So I like that because I wasn't going to get in a ring with anybody. But these, like in the location I'm in now, this is Freehold. We have 70 heavy bags here, and everybody gets their own bag. So when I was going to Hoboken, it was a similar setup, and the instructor is just telling you what to do. You start off with a little warm up, jumping jacks, easy stuff just to get your heart rate up. Then you start hitting the heavy bags. Jab cross, 5 jumping jacks, 10 uppercuts, 2 front kicks. They would give you these, simple combinations, and you're just working at your own pace in your own bag. And next thing you know, it's an hour class, and the hour flies by. And it was the first time that I joined for a year, and I went to the gym for an entire year. I actually saw the membership for the first time in my life. And I was probably, I think I was 27 or 28 when I joined there. And that was the first time I ever made it to the end of the gym membership.
I love the fact that you're sort of by yourself, but it's still a class. But the thing that I think I've never kicked the God's honest truth, you're going to know, everybody knows, but I've never really kicked a bag or punched a bag. But what I think it would be cathartic, because I can imagine all of the people that I'm upset with, or my frustrations or my stress. And not only are you getting the exercise, but you're able to get some of that out too.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's actually the point. Like, everybody comes in with the mindset of, I want to join a gym, I want to lose weight, I want to get fit. But the stress factor is like the thing that we're not even like, we say, you're going to relieve a lot of stress coming here. Nobody walks in here like, oh, I'm going to join there to relieve stress. And then it's just a natural thing. Like, oh my gosh, I feel so good. The feeling you have leaving, the gym from after hitting a heavy bag for an hour is unbelievable.
So what are you doing on this side of the business with kickboxing? How are you able to maintain and keep the momentum up there? What are you doing creatively so that the businesses can continue and you've got momentum when we do open up?
Sure. So with the gyms, it was, the real shock, because I think the gyms were one of the first businesses that were shut down by the government, especially here in New Jersey. March 16th, they said, gyms have to close. And that was like Monday afternoon. So like all of a sudden now it's like, okay, I'm not opening Monday night. Nobody prepares for, the government to say you can't open. So I'm like, okay. So we're just, at first we put out a little notice to the members, we'll be closed until April 1st, think, how long can this be? A couple weeks, then you start seeing things like, oh, the NBA is canceling their whole season, and, hockey's closing. You're like, okay, this is pretty serious now. And you start hearing things, you're going to be out for a month, maybe a month and a half, 2 months. So like, we can't just sit here and wait and just kind of, tell everybody, don't worry, we'll be back. We've been doing online classes. Every day we put out a new workout. Luckily, I have awesome instructors who volunteered to put a video together, for the members. So every day I have a different instructor doing, our classes are 1 hour, to do a 1 hour class, people at home don't have a heavy bag for the most part. Some people do, but to just punch the air for, an hour would be a little boring. So we're mixing in a lot of body weight exercises, and we call shadow boxing for a half hour. So we're doing 30-minute classes. And like I said, Monday through Friday, we have a new class with a different instructor every single day. And we've been using YouTube to just load these classes too. And then we're leaving all the old classes on. So if they want to do 2 in a row, if they have a favorite instructor, they can just go back to YouTube and hit that person up again.
I love that, because I think that's a creative way for people still to stay in shape, still feel connected. Because obviously a gym is like any other place you go to all the time, becomes very like a family. You go there, you get your stress relief, you you have people that you get along with that you like to see. And so I would imagine that it's really a cool way for people who can't go to stay in touch, but also you guys as the instructors and the owner to stay in touch with the people who are members of the gym.
Yeah, especially since we're in that, the gyms I say have like kind of different brackets. You have your big box gyms with the weights and treadmills and everything. And then something like I am would be considered studio fitness. Like we're very much built off the community and that family atmosphere. You know, we're not going to have thousands upon thousands of members who just, you know, pay $10 a month, $20 a month. And, you know, if I go, I go. It's like, no, people come here, yes, to work out, but you know, they're here to see their friends. You know, we definitely get together more. You know, we're used to going to happy hour after a class. You know, we do glow in the dark boxing nights. You know, we do theme weeks. Like we get much more involved with our members, you know, our friends, you know, than, you know, a big box gym that's gonna have thousands of members. So the last thing I wanted to do was build it. Freehold, for example, is we're in our 8th year. Last thing I want to do is have a membership that's been building for 7 years and then just lose it in, you know, 2 weeks, a month, you know. So, you know, thinking what could you do to keep everybody engaged? I mean, we had to go to online classes, and luckily I think we had our first class we were closed March 16th. I think March 17th we had our first like 2 classes, or March 18th we had like our first online classes, you know, immediately. My brother's an instructor here. He was like, well, I'll do a class. I did a class, and we just got the ball rolling. And then all of our other instructors have stepped up since then.
So do you think you're going to continue? I mean, kind of everybody seems like they're being creative, and that's definitely online classes are creative, videoing them so that people still feel connected. Are you going to continue to allow that to be part of your overall offerings, online classes or videos that people can do or work on when they're not physically in the gym?
Yeah,
when we open?
Yeah, we haven't, you know, decided yet, because I'm certainly seeing that we're getting a lot of new interest from it. You know, people who maybe have been thinking about CKO, you know, I don't know if I could do that. Well, now they've had a little taste during this downtime, and it's like, oh, you know what? Maybe that's not so bad. Maybe that's what people need, you know, to see, you know, or to try before they come into the actual gym, you know, surrounded by, you know, 20 or 30 other people, you know, in a class. So it's definitely
it's a good way for you to showcase, like somebody who isn't a gym person but would like, I think boxing or kickboxing would be the thing that would interest me more than anything else, mainly for the stress relief. I think it would be a cool way for me to go, all right, this is how I get to know Mike. This is how I get to know the instructors. And if you feel comfortable with them on video, then you're going to feel even more comfortable in person. And I think it's a great way to engage people who are just maybe on the fence trying to figure out what they want to do. And they can see that you guys are into it and passionate about it. And I think that's what people are looking for. And people are afraid. I love that you embraced video, because I think people are afraid of it. People have been afraid of it in the past, and you can really do good things. Look, we're highlighting you. I'm in Orlando. You're in New Jersey. We're still highlighting you and your business and your story, and we can do a lot with it. So what are you doing to stay positive personally? What are you doing? You've got kids, you've got businesses that you're working on. What is Mike doing to stay positive and creative personally to continue on and be positive and creative for your business?
Yeah, I mean, the number one thing is that I understand, and I understood pretty quickly, is that there's nothing I could do is going to, other than staying home and following all the instructions that are, you know, are being provided to us. You know, there's nothing I could do that will speed this process up. So I could literally drive myself crazy with stress if I were to wake up every day. Oh my gosh, nobody wants to go look at houses. I can't list my listings. Nobody wants to go to the gym. I can't open the gym. I can't bring in new members. You know, you could literally just stress yourself out all day. So I'm totally embracing the fact that I will likely, I mean, hopefully never get this time home ever again. You know, I do work, you know, 7 days a week, you know, often it's morning to night. I have 3 kids, you know, 6, 4, and 10 months. And my wife is pretty much home with them by herself, you know, and her mom and my mom, you know, are always helping out. But like, you know, I don't get this much time to, you know, be home and chill out with my family. So we're totally taking advantage of it. You know, we follow all different pages, who started blogs, who's posting what dinners they're making. We're making dinners now, you know, to have fun with it, you know, when you can get the ingredients from the food store, of course. But, you know, we're just trying to like really embrace, you know, this downtime, because I don't know if we'll ever have this again.
I agree. I think staying positive and appreciating, seems like everybody says this, and it's so true. Appreciating the time that you're having that you didn't have before, you certainly didn't take before,
Yeah.
is really good, especially when it comes to family.
Oh, yeah.
This is an amazing opportunity that we have. All right, I have to, you know, if people want to reach out to you, one of the things the show we want to do, we want to highlight. So, how do people find and like and follow you, your real estate business, and your CKO kickboxing
Oh,
gym?
cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, my real estate business is right on my personal page, Michael Sclafani. I'm with Remax Central, right in Manalapan, New Jersey, right here in Monmouth County. And then the gyms, you definitely want to follow those pages because that's where I'm posting the classes every day. The 3 locations are CKO Kickboxing Freehold, CKO Kickboxing Wall, and CKO Kickboxing Tom's River. And that's where every day by 9:30 we post that day's class. But like I said, through that one YouTube link, all the classes are on there.
All right, so CKO Kickboxing, there's 3 locations. Mike Sclafani, Realtor, I'll tag all of that. Listen, guys, if you love what we're doing, make sure you like both of Mike's pages. Like the home team, follow the home team page. We're just trying to get as much information, positive information out there, and let you guys know that the world has not come to an end, and that there are a lot of people doing a lot of really cool things out there to stay positive and stay creative. All right, man. Thank you so much, Mike, for being on the show. I appreciate it. When I head back up to New York, we have to do in New Jersey, New York. I have to do a show where I do kickboxing for the first time because, man, I should get a lot of laughs.
Exactly. We'll give you a special bag to work out on.
You'll have to serve drinks because that'll be a show.
Done.
All right, man. Thank you so much. You're a joy to have on. Remember, follow Mike Sclafani and follow CKO Kickboxing. And again, we'll share all the links and follow the home team. We're just trying to bring you guys some good stuff. Thank you so much, Mike. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you soon. Nice to meet you, Mike. Heard a lot about you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, buddy. See you guys later.